All right, so I woke up at 7 a.m. I went downstairs. I made myself breakfast, came upstairs, got ready, started work at 8 o'clock. From 8 till 11 o'clock, I got my calls done. I got my emails done. At 11 o'clock, I went and worked out. I ate lunch, came home at about 12:30. 12:30, continued my work day, finished one or two nice-sized tasks, continued to finish up some calls, and I ended the day. Day 2, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. From 4:30 to 7, I ate that frog. 7 o'clock, I made breakfast, just like the day before. Got ready, started work at 8. Started emails and calls at 8. Finished a small task at 11 o'clock. Went and worked out. Ate lunch, just like the day before. Finished at 12:30. From 12:30 till the end of the day, I finished a few small tasks and finished up phone calls and emails. What was the difference between day 1 and day 2? Day 2, I ate that frog.
Welcome to The Richie Show, a personal development mastermind. Richie is an entrepreneur, speaker, author of In Spite of the Odds, and he's addicted to motivating, inspiring, and sharing the valuable information he used to accomplish his dreams so you can accomplish yours.
All right, so today, guys, I'm going to discuss how waking up at 4:30 in the morning has changed my life significantly. And it's funny because I study very successful people. I study successful athletes like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and I study successful businessmen like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk. And they all do this. They all wake up super early in the morning to get ahead of everybody. And so a few years ago, I began this. I started waking up at 4:30 in the morning, and I had a morning routine, but it changed everything. It opened up a new world for me. It literally opened up a new world. And so what I want to share with you guys today is how waking up at 4:30 in the morning, like every other super successful person, can help you to become successful. And then I'm going to share with you how you can go about doing it. I think it's super important, because we could talk all we want, right? It's January, it's New Year's resolutions, and we can talk our heads off about how important it is to wake up super early in the morning. So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's jump into it. So the first thing, the super big benefit of waking up at 4:30 in the morning is that you have the ability to what Brian Tracy calls eat that frog. And so this changed everything for me. I remember when I was writing my book, the first thing I would do from 4:30 in the morning till 7 was I would literally do nothing. I would shut everything off, and I would just work on the book. I wouldn't look at my phone. I wouldn't look at my emails. I would look at nothing except for I would work on the book. And if I didn't do that, a 1.5-year project would have easily probably taken me about 3 or 4 years. And so to this day, anytime I have a big task on my to-do list and I know it's going to be difficult, that's what I do first thing in the morning. That's where my brain is super fresh. If you have kids, they're sleeping, and you could just stay super focused. You have no emails, no calls. This is the moment where you could just really dive in and eat that frog for the day. Most people, they'll go through the easy tasks, or make some calls or answer emails, because it triggers that instant gratification. When we know that big task is lingering and it's the hardest thing to do, we just got to jump on it. So that's number one. The second thing is you start the day working on you. It's about you. It's not your employer. It's not your kids or your wife or your spouse or a family member or whoever it may be. You're starting the day working on you. And it kind of brings me to my next point, which is you don't have to do this. You don't have to get in the shower because I got to get to work. Or you don't have to make breakfast in a rush. Or I have to get that bar because I don't have time to make breakfast. You don't have to do anything. You do what you're going to do because you want to. Because you're doing it for you. And this what opened up a whole new world for me. Because think about that. I can do and work on something for me instead of every single day having to work and do everything for everybody else. And so it allows you to work on yourself, your personal development, the things that really matter to you. Maybe that's reading. Maybe that's what it is for you. But it allows you to work on you. It allows you to grow as a person. And so, we have these goals and dreams and these end results that we want. And I've talked about these over and over again. And to get there, sometimes we need money, so we have to work, right? So we have to do things for other people. But to make more money, we have to provide more value. And to provide more value, we have to continue to grow. And we have to continue to work on our personal development. And so this is a perfect time to go ahead and work on ourselves and work on our own personal development. That might be your frog. That might be the thing that's holding you back. And the last podcast was I shared with you guys and opened you up into my kitchen and shared with you guys my diet, how I make it, how I go about it, how many times I eat, all these different things, because I know how important being healthy is to feeling vibrant, to feeling good, and having a successful day. I mean, it's critical. And so if you wake up early, you give yourself time to meal prep. You give yourself time to get ready for the day. And if you meal prep and you get yourself ready for the day, you're going to be more productive. And so whether you're an entrepreneur and you have to make decisions and you're thinking all day, or you're working for your employer and you're getting things done, you're adding more value so you can make more money, so you can get to the goals that you have in mind, you have to eat good. The other thing is that it gives you time to work out, and you're not rushing and I gotta get this workout out. No, you can actually work out, you can stretch. You can focus on your body, right? We only get one. Might as well focus on it. So we're eating good. We're eating healthy. We're working out. We're working to keep our bodies healthy, because our bodies are critical to peak performance mentally. No doubt in my mind. There's some executives who they're big and they're overweight, and a lot of them, they get diabetes and they have heart attacks, and it's scary. It's super scary stuff. So waking up early in the morning can protect you from literally your own death. It can keep you on the right track. It excites you. It keeps you healthy. It keeps you focused. You're working on you. Why would you not give yourself that opportunity? Why would you not? You can also give yourself easier commutes. So if you have to take your kids to school, or you have to, you got to drive to work, why not leave before rush hour? Why sit in that? It makes me angry. Some people are like, I like to kick back and relax in my car. No, I value my time. It makes me angry, to sit in traffic. I don't want to sit in traffic. I want to be ahead of everybody else. Like going the speed limit. I value my time. I don't want to waste my time in the car. Yeah, I agree. University on Wheels is huge. I listen to audiobooks while I'm in the car and podcasts and stuff like that. Absolutely. It's critical. But if I can get there faster, I want to get there faster. So easier commutes. And the last thing here is, a lot of you guys, you have a family. And kids are tough. I don't have kids right now. I don't. But I see family members and friends who do. And it's really, really difficult. And I see that and I understand that. So this gives you that opportunity to schedule around your kids. There's things I'm going to go through here. Yeah, you got to go to bed early, because you got to have sleep. You can't go to bed at 2 a.m. and wake up at 4:30. You got to sleep. You have to. But it gives you the ability to be in an office setting like this. I mean, I'm in my office right now. There's nothing. No sound. No nothing. This is it. This is the moment. This is when your brain is at its peak. It's pretty cool. It really is. So how do we do it? How do we wake up at 4:30 in the morning? I was able to wake up at 4:30 because I went to bed earlier, and I was able to do it right away. But not everybody can do that. Everybody's different. There's certain things that I'm sure you're able to do that I can't do right away. So for me, it was a little bit different. But for most people, and some of my coaching clients, what I'll have them do is I'll have them wake up at 6:30 for a week. I'll have them wake up at 5:30. And then we'll get down to 4:30. Sometimes they'll have to go to 5 and then go to 4:30, but you work your way down. The key is that you have to go to bed early. You have to go to bed early. Literally, I travel a lot, so it's difficult, but when I'm home, I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. I try my hardest. There's certain times when I go out or I'm hanging with friends or it's considered my weekend, even though it's during the week sometimes, just because my schedule is crazy. But I try to get into bed and asleep by 9 o'clock. This way I can get at least my 7.5 hours of sleep, and I have a great day. And sometimes I'll even take a 30-minute snooze during the day. So if you have an office setting or that's something you can do, you could sit in your car. It's a lot of big-time CEOs will do that. They'll take little power naps during the day. And I've tried that, and it's great. 20, 30 minutes, boom, boom. You wake up, you feel refreshed, and you get back to what you're doing again if you have to do it in the afternoon. I'm just not a caffeine drinker. I don't drink caffeine. I don't drink coffee. So I guess you can consider that a pick-me-up. I don't do it every day, but... All right, the next thing, never hit snooze. I don't care. It's only 10 minutes, never hit snooze. There's a lot of studies that have been done that show when you hit snooze, it actually changes the way you think. It's pretty intense. It can make you more tired. There's studies that have shown over and over again that hitting snooze is actually detrimental to your day. I know you might be like, I might be getting into more. No. You got to just get up. When you get up, it sucks for the first 5 to 10 minutes. I get it. It does. And once you get used to it, I don't even have an alarm. I literally don't. I get up at 4:30. I don't even have an alarm. It's crazy. But you'll start getting used to it, and then you'll wake up. The first couple minutes will suck, and then you'll feel fine. And it's the same thing. And then you'll start feeling good. You start getting this rush of this good feeling, and you're like, oh, this is amazing. It's really cool. And so this waking up at 4:30 in the morning, it's a goal. You're going to structure your day a little bit different than mine. Sometimes I'll structure my day differently for a few months, where I'll wake up at 4:30 and I'll work out right away from 5 to 6. And then I'll eat breakfast, and then I have all those times. So sometimes I'll work before, sometimes I'll eat and then work out at lunchtime, or I'll work out first thing in the morning. And I go back and forth, and I structure it, and you're going to structure your day differently. But this has to be a goal. You have to set this as a goal to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You can't just be like, I'll give it a shot. No, it's got to be a goal. You can call it a New Year's resolutions if you want, but it's got to be a goal. It really is. At the end of the day, it's a goal. It's totally a goal. It's changed I wouldn't have been able to write this book right here, this #1 bestseller, if I didn't. I would still be working on it. There's no doubt in my mind I would still be working on that book. It's crazy. My business would be nowhere remotely near where it is today if I wouldn't have started this. And so whatever your goal is, whether it's to get promoted, start your own business, write a book, whatever it is that your goal is, be the #1 sales associate. Waking up at 4:30 in the morning is going to change everything. It's literally going to change the way you view the world. It's going to give you the time to work on you, the time to work on your biggest tasks of the day and get them over with, so the rest of the day is fun. The rest of the day is just getting better, doing more things you didn't even imagine you were going to do. focus on you. Personal development, adding more value, whether that's to your own business or that's to your employer. The way to add more value, this way you can make more money so you can get to your goals faster. You can get to that end result quicker. So what is it worth to you to go to bed early? What do you do from 9 till 11 or 8 till 11 anyways? Usually, typically watch TV. Maybe you'll read, but use that travel time to read. Use that lunch hour to read. Or maybe use that 4:30, that personal development time to read in the morning. That other time, it's a waste. I want you to be successful. I want you to look at the world through the lens that I look at it through, because it's unbelievable. And I want that for you. And so if you want to set this as a goal, I have an online course on Udemy on how to set a goal, and actually not just a SMART goal, but it actually walks you through exactly how to structure the goal. So at the end of it, you not only have a goal, but you have a plan. And so that you could start waking up at 4:30 in the morning, and you could start achieving the desired goals that you have. Because we can all say. We can't all say, and Les Brown says this, and I love it, and he says, we can't all say that I can do that, but what we can say is it's possible. And that's all I can say for you is it's possible. And this change can make it even more possible for you. So I just want to say, guys, I know I'm going to wrap this up. This has gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it really means a lot to me. And I just want to thank you for being here today, guys. If you're on Stitcher, if you're on iTunes, please comment, leave a review if you can. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. If you have any questions, and you make yourself and have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for being here today on The Richie Show. Have a good one.